From underwater railway tunnels to diverting water from rivers, China has a host of mega infrastructure projects in planning or under construction. Beijing has traditionally used infrastructure spending to prop up the economy, but critics say self-credit-fueled investment could lead to unsustainable debt. China is increasingly turning to state-led investments to stabilize its economy, hoping mega infrastructure projects will stimulate local business and create jobs. In late December, China's finance ministry said it had offered local governments an early allocation of 1.46 trillion yuan, or $229 billion US, in quotas for 2022 special purpose bonds to help spur investment and support the economy. A total of 102 megaprojects were also included in Beijing's 2021-25 development plan, some of which will be front-loaded. However, infrastructure spending is viewed with skepticism in some quarters, with critics saying credit-fueled investment could saddle the country with unsustainable levels of local debt. Today, we will take a look at 5 megaprojects that have stoked excitement and controversy in China. Number 1. Sichuan-Tibet Railway. The Sichuan-Tibet Railway is the second rail link between Tibet and hinterland provinces, after a connection with Qinghai was launched in 2006. Connecting Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan Province, and Lhasa, the capital of Tibet Autonomous Region. The project could reduce travel time from 36 hours to 13 hours. State-owned China Railway Group has listed it as a key strategic project, and after receiving backing from President Xi Jinping, it is viewed as a top priority for China's railway building. China is to boost its economy with 12,000 kilometers expansion of high-speed railway by 2025. Construction on the project, which has a planned investment of 319.8 billion yuan, or $50.6 billion US dollars, started at the end of 2020 and is expected to be completed by 2026. The section connecting Chengdu and the city of Yan in Sichuan Province opened in 2018, with the 435-kilometer section between Nanyingchi in Tibet Autonomous Region and Lhasa opened in June. The remaining 1,011 kilometers will be built using tunnels and bridges that will travel through territories at a peak altitude of more than 9,000 feet. Number 2. North-South Water Transfer Project. China's grand plan to divert dozens of billion cubic meters of water annually from the Yangtze River in the south to the northern regions through 3 canals has been talked about since the early 1950s. The government has not yet received the exact amount it is investing in the project, but previous market estimates put it around 500 billion yuan. The Eastern Canal follows the direction of the historic Grand Canal and passes through the provinces of Jiangsu, Shandong, and Hebei. The Central Canal, with a length of 1,432 kilometers, starts from the Dangjiangkou Reservoir in the central province of Hubei, while the Western Canal starts from the 3 tributaries of the Yangtze River, near the Bayan-Har Mountains, and passes through the provinces of Qinghai, Gansu, Shaanxi, Shaanxi, Inner Mongolia, and Ningxia. China approved the construction of the Eastern Route and Phase 1 of the Central Route in 2002, and 94.2% was completed by the end of last year. The total volume of water diverted was 9.7 billion cubic meters, or 2.1 trillion gallons in 2021, equivalent to 3.2 million Olympic swimming pools. As of the end of 2021, some 49.9 billion cubic meters of water has been diverted since the Eastern Route was opened earlier that year, according to the Ministry of Water Resources. In addition to concerns about investment, evaporation, and environmental damage, the resettlement of local residents is a major challenge for the project, with government data showing about 330,000 people living near the Dangjiangkou Reservoir, and along the Central Route has been forced to shift. In May, Xi visited the Central Route and hosted a symposium where he said the project was justified to meet the needs of the people, as well as to ensure ecological safety and sustainability. Authorities will push forward with follow-up projects along the Eastern and Central Canals, while also beginning the early-stage work for the Western Route. Minister of Water Resources Li Gaoying told the 2022 Annual Work Conference in January. Number 3. Yantai-Dalian Undersea Tunnel. The proposed tunnel between the eastern city of Yantai and Dalian to the north spans about 90 kilometers under the Bohai Sea and is more than twice the length of the Channel Tunnel between England and France. Train trips could be slashed from 10 hours to 1 hour and make the need for an 8-hour ferry obsolete. The project was first mooted in the early 1990s, but its feasibility has long been questioned, given the complicated technology required and low transport demand. It gained more prominence after the central government included it in its plan to revitalize northeastern China in 2014. Is China's local government debt a concern, and what role do LGFVs play? The late tunnel expert Wang Mengshu, who was deputy chief engineer of China Railway Construction Group and head of the project's strategic planning team, said it would require investment of about 260 billion yuan. The proposal was sent to the State Council for consideration in 2013. Construction plans were submitted to the National Development and Reform Commission, or NDRC, China's top economic planning agency, for approval in May 2019, but no further decision has been made public. However, there are signs the project could be moving forward. For instance, the high-speed railway station of Pengalai, a district of Yantai City, has made preparations for cross-Bohai connections. Number 4. Yarlung Zangbo River Dam. Building a hydropower dam on the lower reaches of the Yarlung Zangbo River, which is known in India as Brahmaputra River, was mentioned by Yang Jiang, chairman of the state-owned Power Construction Corporation of China, in November 2020. In his address to the China Society of Hydropower Engineering, he mentioned the Great Bend region of the river has potential to produce nearly 70 million kilowatts, triple the capacity of Three Gorges Hydropower Station. In the NDRC's 2021-25 National Development Plan, it explicitly mentioned that China will start hydropower development on the lower reaches of the river. Tibetan authorities are pushing for development of the Daegu Station, which lies midway along the Yarlung Zangbo River, after hydropower stations Zangmu and Jiacha became operational. While the project is still in a very early stage, it has aroused huge concern for countries downstream, especially India, which is worried that water resources could be weaponized by China. Number 5. Taiwan Strait Tunnel Project. The tunnel was proposed as part of the Beijing-Taipei Expressway, which, if completed, would connect the mainland with Taiwan. It has subsequently been included in China's railway development plan. The Fuzhou-Taipei section of the high-speed railway was also included in the 2021-35 Transport Network Development Plan released by the State Council in February 2021. The project consists of a 126-kilometer undersea tunnel that has been the subject of many academic discussions and feasibility studies, including one organized by the state-owned China Railway Engineering Corporation. Despite the enthusiasm in mainland China, there is an obvious lack of interest from Taiwan, which is regarded by Beijing as a breakaway province that must be united, by force if necessary. It is generally viewed as part of Beijing's manifesto for unification, particularly when tensions across the Taiwan Strait have escalated in the past 2 years. And with that, we've reached the end of this video, all about China's insanely large megaprojects. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for content just like it.